All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back. Again, I got to go and use the restroom before we even start this. I know that's something you definitely want to hear from your host. There you go. Slinky will provide you with some entertainment.
Jeff Scotty, you got it. Chicken pot pie. You get a critical advantage in the next game. You've done casual food, so let's do an upscale dinner for the judges. I want them to think about putting on gowns and tuxedos that are here. The name of this game is simple as the ABCs. I would grab a grain of letter. Shop and use ingredients that start with that letter. I hope it's not the letter C. Right. Scotty's game. You got it. Chesty crunch. My first S because this sucks. 30 minutes to create your upscale dinner. Chef Scotty, you have the advantage. You have got one item that starts with any letter you want to start with. Woo! Don't celebrate too much. It all goes down as fast as you know. So like 3, 2, 1, go. Good.
What? Fucking little shit sticks. Porter! There we go. At least our house isn't looking too terribly downtrodden. Get my little nerdy setup here going. This is my outdoor gear right here. This is what I usually use when I go outside, just in case I need to go hands-free. Get ourselves set up. Now, we're going to start by watering the green. God, my freaking socks are just completely caked in bits of vegetation. Turns out that really shouldn't be wearing shorts and socks and using a weed. Not smart. All right. It's a good drive? Yeah. Awesome. Oh. Going on. That water going. See, we have this I don't know, what is this setup here where we water the blueberries every other day. Oh, there goes one of the cats that goes and eats the food off the front porch. He's the one with the missing eye. Okay. Oh, we have that full blast. Holy shit. Our thornless blackberries here. shit. It's either a skunk nearby or a skunk that came through, but I can smell that shit. If you guys can't see anything, let me know. I don't know if there are any visualization problems. There have been in the past when I go outside of the house and break off the Wi-Fi. God, there's so many berries coming in. All right. All right, sweetie, thank you. There we go. Come to think of it, I think there was more room back here before. I think these plants have grown over. I've got to get in there tomorrow. I've got a feeling it's going to be an early freaking day. Get up no later than 9. And head out to start working on the green. Because I've got to get all of these trees out of here. Clean up the ground around these blueberries. How's it going, guys? Got 4 people watching. So this is our blueberry patch right here. We've been watering it every other day. Seems to be doing pretty swell for that kind of treatment. It used to have an irrigation system, but the irrigation system I don't think is currently running very efficiently. So what we got to do is come out here and hand water, which takes a lot of time. But because we've gone and tested the soil, we know that you get about 24 to 36 hours, 36 hours before it needs to be watered again. Actually, it might be 48 because it's a 2-day span. So yeah, that'd be 48 hours. So you're not constantly wasting money. We had a hydrometer out here. It's Alf! Yeah, Alf, I've been seeing a lot of the posts about the floods that have been occurring over in Texas. That fucking weather phenomenon is crazy. Seven inches of rain. 7 inches. And that was after so much more that had happened before. An entire camp washed out. I think they said 19 people were currently deceased. Absolutely insane. "30 feet in 45 minutes. That is fucking biblical, dude. That is beyond normal. That is fucking... That's too much. That'd be like if Columbia River rose to hit us all the way up here. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Yeah, a whole fucking summer camp got washed out. Well, I hope they got everybody out that was still left. Like, what kind of weather phenomenon is causing this, man? "35 years old. 34 years old. Never heard of anything like this before." It goes beyond monsoon season. That's insane. Yay, Brentomania. Same dirt, different shirt. Yeah, actually, it's the same dirt, same shirt. We're just gonna go and go and water the fuck out of this. Went and made sure that an officer was all right. His cruiser was parked on the street, but I didn't see any sign of him. Turns out he was on the other side of the berm where the railway sits, looking into what looked like an absolute shit show left by a homeless individual that was living under the bridge over there. Well, you water it until there is standing water, and then you climb into the middle of all that green. Look, if I were to clean this out, there would be an easy path that way. No, we did not, Alf. Alf needs Jesus. Something like Jesus, at least. Like maybe therapy. Actually, no, lots of therapy. All right. Swear to God, these guys aren't growing like they're supposed to be. All right, here we go. I need to buy another hose and loop it around the front. because those friggin' rose bushes are gonna need water too. All right. Whew, got water in my shoe. All right. Huh? How am I supposed to get my exercise in that way? Okay, let's go turn that water off. Yeah, and I don't want you to bring up what my wife encourages, okay? She helps your terrible behavior, Alf. Fucking. Don't mind me, I'm talking to my subscribers. Alright. Every day, bitch. I just got Brent mixed up with Alf. My bad. Brent, do not... Don't point out the fact that my wife is helping Alf in his endeavor to make, well, this more interesting. Alf doesn't need any more help, and neither does my wife. Terrible. Do not encourage him. Alright, here we go. Up into the house. It's actually most of the way decent. You guys want to see something cool? Check this shit out. This is my wife's workstation. There's that. She's doing good work. Doing great work, actually. Alf, you are from the planet Melmac. No, you don't need to keep doing that. No. No. Absolutely not. Oliver. Oliver. What's in the box?
Fish plates and seasoning. Is it warm enough to cool enough yet?
Yeah, you can turn it off.
What is it?
77. Stop, Oliver! Oliver! Oliver, there's no need. There's no need. You're not having the same body chills that you did before, are you? What? No. She is talented. You are talented. Listen, you paint those before you even fill. All right. All right, so we are going to get going on with tonight's workout.
I want you to make that amazing Italian paste. Okay? Chefs ready? Chefs
Which starts out like this. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oliver, Wolfie.
I'm thinking maybe like a mini tower of pasta. Maybe pound down a veal chop.
What are you doing?
Now. That's right. This is
Get in.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Hey.
4 pounds or less. 4 pounds?
Munchkin?
Crazy, but hardly at least 4 pounds. You get one trip to the market, weigh in, and then you can start cooking. All right, you guys.
What is he? What? You keep wanting attention and then walking away. And then walking away. What are you walking away for?
Go.
Huh? What are you walking away for?
I'm so sorry. I know. Until the next shot. Having a weight limit completely throws off any Italian piece. Because what Italian cooks like.
You're so cute, Oliver. And so are you, Duchess. Everybody's getting scratches. Everybody's getting scratches.
Oh, here we go. So fried mozzarella.
Excuse you.
Good sauce. Against the scale. Oh, you're over. Oops. Already.
Hi, Mimi.
You take the whole onion.
Go on.
Instead of a big onion. You're burning time, girl. I'm just going to get multiple garlic.
Hi, Mimi.
And hopefully that shines through. 4 pounds. Very nice. Yeah, right on the number.
Go on. Go away.
I want to bring some type of New Orleans influence. It's just, I'm making a shrimp and empty pasta. I can do it.
All right.
So, now I'm going to bring some New Orleans influence. My head is open rub. Some nice shorts.
One.
Something briny. 2. I'm grabbing a lot at this point. I'm just going to figure out once I get to the scale. Capers well over 2 pounds. That's me to get what to do. I really had to bring out all the other elements of this dish.
You're good to go.
4.
We took a lot of Italian food at school, but it's not right. Okay, I'm making a play of chicken cacciatore without the chicken because it tastes too much. I run for the pork sausage that already has parmesan cheese, fennel seeds, all those great Italian flavors. But I want the one so bad. I can't do everything to make a homemade sauce. I know the jars are heavy, but I have to have sauce. I put stuff back. The jar weighs too much, but I have to have that sauce. They're not small jar. Little jar. Sure enough, now it's something a little better. Bam.
4 pounds. You got it. You're gone. Have a nice day.
I'm just trying my best, but please God, you're good.
Sometimes at the grocery store, my daughter and I will play a game of over and under on how much something weighs. So I feel like I'm shopping pretty smart. I shoot right over and grab an air tomato. What do you think of Burke? I see you got a tomato burger, but then I need a protein. What protein gets you to bang for your buck when you think about scallops? I'm thinking pasta with tomato sauce topped with pan-seared scallops and prosciutto. Immediately after lunch, tomatoes. Now this is basil.
Hey there. Forgot to say hey, Brent.
Hey, Brent.
All things culinary is on the independent panel of judges. Cook author, personality, and California.
Shit itches way too much.
Give it up for Aida Bowen.
What?
Oh my.
Thomas, author,
Oh.
delicious things.
My foot itches. By my ankle.
Cook author and fantastic. Usually goes Chef Rich Blaze.
The reality of Italian food, you guys, is that if you make
Ah.
simply and if it's executed, then it's amazing. I'm trying to make an Italian food easier with the pounds, make sure you
Hey. So from the top, we have Porter, my wife, Mrs. Critter Keeper, Alf, Brent.
They all do.
Big Irish. How's it going? Mimi. Oh yeah, they all do. Okay, so this is inevitably going to be our Theraphosa Popsis cage. We haven't worked on it yet, but we will. Oh. Where did I put? This is right here. But I had a pen. I can't remember where the fuck I put it. Oh, there it is.
All right, Mary, what do you got working for us?
I want to play on chicken cacciatore. So I use soy sauce. It's with mozzarella and parmesan and the herbs.
19 V-ups to start. Oh, golden retrievers have nothing on freaking huskies. Huskies are 10 times worse when it comes to shedding. And a discussion right there. You think goldens bring it? I have never in my life had a full-grown dog shed enough that if I had a pillow roughly the same shape and size of him, or pillowcase, I could fill that motherfucker up with just wolf's shed. Is that your back, or did you fart? No, I was gonna be like, damn, honey. Oh yeah, the toilet paid. I paid.
Are you still paying?
No. The dude that works over at the fucking water treatment plant is still paying. Probably having to get a pipe refitted. Alright. What?
Here's another pen.
I got one. So this is our Theraphosa popsis. This girl is going to go into a new cage, likely after.
Why is that one
Why is what wide open?
not covered under the sand?
I have no idea. She's probably not that far off from a molt. Doop. Take his hair, make a wig out of it. I was thinking about taking his hair and running it through a, what is it, a lathe? Is that what that's called? Making it into some yarn and turning it into some dog hair sweaters, because holy shit. So this is our little Theraphosa popsis female. Legs. Legs is a member of a species that typically likes to live underground. They are considered tropical terrestrial. She will likely spend the majority of her younger years underground, due to the fact that they are pretty much at the bottom of the food chain. Even at her size right now, she would be a fast meal for a lot of different animals. Even though she's got herself a gnarly set of fangs and a full abdomen of urticating hairs, this creature right here still is just as vulnerable as her counterparts. A lot of people seem to mistake tarantulas as being some monstrous animal that can handle a hell of a lot of abuse, when in reality, tarantulas are incredibly finicky. Tarantulas need to have the appropriate amount of humidity, heat, space, and food in order to thrive in captivity. Now, they don't need a lot of space. Okay, tarantulas out in the wild typically go and spend the majority of their lives down in burrows of some kind that don't give them a heck of a whole lot of space. they naturally select areas that don't have a heck of a whole lot of space to live in. When you see an old gopher hole in your yard that's got a lot of webbing out of it, it's kind of like that. Not a lot of space, but it provides them with the ability to utilize said webbing to track down prey items that might be walking by. The webbing also tells them when there might be predator nearby. So that would be a disgusting fashion if you think about it, because the smell alone, like God forbid you get water on that sweater, it would make for a great gag gift for somebody that you really just don't appreciate.
Literal gag.
Don't tell them that it's a dog fur sweater. Don't do this gag if it's a person that's allergic to dog, because you don't want to kill them.
Depends on the person.
Oh, honey, no. But imagine giving them a sweater. They love it. They take it out to wear it. And the first time that motherfucker gets rained on, smells like wet dog. Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. I think kitty outfits. Oh, God. Crazy. Crazy world we live in. All right. This next animal is a green-bottle blue tarantula. As per usual, she's not meandering around her cage. She is up in her tunnel. There she is. And that's basically the entirety of her existence. The existence of other tarantulas is just that. Spending the majority of their time in their burrows, their tunnels, their special places, unless they are out hunting or trying to procreate. Out in the wild, it's typically the males that seek out the females and tend to become meals after copulation. It's wham, bam, I fed you, ma'am. Their child support is literally their life. Earring necklaces, pendants. Could you imagine being at that level of crazy cat person? That you're going to go and use cat freaking hair for jewelry. I'm sorry, but that is crazy cat people. Crazy cat person. That's got crazy written all over. You can smell that kind of crazy through your phone screen.
Could it be for like?
It is 7 pounds of crazy in a 6-pound sack. What?
Could they do it like for a memorial thing?
Maybe, but still. Stop howling at me. Are you done? You want to check the porch cam? I'm gonna go lock the door. Huh? No, we're not playing this game. All right, here we go. Second round of exercises. Woo, we got 9 likes. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful for spacious skies, for obnoxious dogs. You're gonna make him howl, aren't you? No. What? No. No. Shut. Okay, if you want Oliver to howl. Okay, you guys are gonna have to let me sit down. Move. Oh God. Oh God. Eat your puppies! Eat your puppies! Did you just sneeze on me? Did you just sneeze on me? Ah, Oliver, where do you think you're going? Oliver? Oliver, get back here. Oliver! Really? Gonna go and check to see what's in the litter box?
This is for an Italian feast, so you definitely gave us that. But the biggest problem is getting on the sauce. Like, I want ragu here. Okay. If this challenge was one more place, there would have been sauce running all over that place.
Chef Garrett. So I have to buy this now. Italian. With the potato and yolk sauce and then make stock out of it.
All right, go on. Oliver, go. Kitty.
But the other side of this dish is the
Come on.
technical difficulties of the dish. The shrimp is a little overcooked, and I'm a chef that cooks with a lot of flours, with a big piece of marigold or whatever this is. I don't know, right? But
Trying to get him to pounce.
but overall, really well done.
Darren, the greatest advantage you have to this challenge is
He's so ready to pounce, but he's not doing it.
I saw you take those shrimp shells and you turn it into sauce. It's delicious.
You are just being a butthead. Would you pounce already?
It tastes like little bush balls.
Fuck you. All right.
Next up,
Now, for the exercise. All right. So, you want to lay down. You want to lift your legs about 6 inches off the ground to the best of your ability. You're going to want to hold them there or higher, depending on how this goes. And while you are doing that, you are going to bring your top half up and twist side to side. Core workouts. Not fun, but they are wildly important. The more muscle mass that you have, the more passive calorie burn you're gonna get. Muscle burns more fat than fat does. Fat does burn calories. All right, let me reiterate that. Muscle burns more calories than fat. Fat does burn calories, but not very much. The more muscle mass that you have, the more calories, energy you're gonna burn. You've got to keep your muscle mass up in order to burn more calories. Because your body has to take care of the muscle mass itself. Okay? You catching on with that? Good. Awesome. Great. Anyway. Up. 1, 2. 1. 1. 2. 1. 3. 1, 2. 4. 1, 2. 5. 1, 2. 6. 1. 7. That is some weak sauce. Oh.
Cheese, hers,
Whew.
Caesar, I can see dressing. Oh my God, it's Caesar salad dressing. Run.
Ah.
It's the last hour by the pool.
Oh.
Brandon, I know it's big, so I had to get a little spin on it.
During this super fast 25. Awesome.
Whew.
And the correct answer is Caesar salad dressing. Chef Gary, you get the advantage of this. Caesar salad dressing.
Ooh, we got 9. Yeah, but think about that money. Money, money, money. Oh, please tell me you didn't.
What?
Every time they get into this tote, they start diddling in it. Huh. Okay, so yeah, I know. I mean, yeah. All right. So these are Monocentropas balfouri. This little shit stick has taken it upon herself to start showing interest in our turret camera. It's not the actual name of it. But in the meantime, she's also webbing up the inside of her enclosure more than she did the last time, which I love seeing. That means that she is just a little bit more active than she has been in the past, and I hope that means that eventually she does get preggers. I don't see a single cricket left in this cage, and that's how big her booty got after eating like 6 crickets. That is a food ball. This one's left of several of the crickets that she had in her mouth. These are a terrestrial arid species, typically found in the wilds of Yemen, on a specific island in Yemen. They do not appreciate too much attention being on them. However, they do hold a unique, I guess you'd say, lack of fear. They don't show any interest in fleeing when you're trying to get them off of the top of the cage, even when you blow on them. So they're not as prone to being defensive, in my opinion, as some of the other species, which does leave you open to some conundrums. Like, for instance, having to deal with them trying to bolt while you're trying to keep them away from the top of the cage. Not good. They are one of, but I think 4 species of tarantula that you can own that can live communally, as in more than one tarantula living in the same enclosure. We have both a male and a female in here. The male is a little bit too old for procreating. There's still a chance. But as the kids like to say when it comes to adults in the world, that tarantula is as old as the hills. In tarantula years, he is fucking way past his time. He is 6 years old. Now, I think being a Balfouri has helped his odds. There's also the fact that we feed him only once a week. It's a good way to keep your males alive longer, is not to power feed them. We are talking about tarantulas for the individual that just showed up into the chat here. You might ask yourself, why tarantulas? And the answer is because they are cool as shit. And if you can own a kitten with murder mittens, I can own a tarantula. Duh. Yeah, there, I said it. Now, you have the water over there? One firework, 2 fireworks. You want me to bring it back?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Ooh.
This time they waited till dark.
Right. It's kind of stupid yesterday. Everybody was firing off their fireworks when it was the middle of the day outside. I'm like, how are you supposed to enjoy that? It's way too fucking bright for that shit. But hey, at least yesterday they were firing off their fireworks when they should have been. Does not take a genius to look at a calendar and discern what day isn't the 4th of July and what day is the 4th of July. More importantly, it doesn't take a genius to look at one's phone, one's watch, one's computer screen to figure out what time is appropriate to light off fireworks and what time isn't on a work day. Fucking dumbasses on Tuesday. It's the 4th of July. We're supposed to be showing our patriotism, bitch. It is the 2nd of July. The 2nd of July. Not the 4th, the 2nd. I could get you a calendar if you want it. Okay. So the next animal that we have is a Vietnamese centipede. These critters are primarily construed as insectivores. However, larger species of centipede have been known to feast upon. Well, I'm going to check something real quick. Are you serious? Didn't even show me that comment. Over here, they start the fireworks 2 months before the 4th and usually stop a month after the 4th. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. And then they get all bent out of shape when you comment that it is just a little bit rude to be firing them puppies off like 5 minutes to 11 o'clock. The fuck are you doing lighting off fireworks at 10:55 on a work night? Like, I understand the 4th of July being the 4th of July. But if you are one of those people that consistently says they are concerned for the sake of their country and their fellow countrymen, and then you turn around and you impede their ability to fall asleep, you really are not a patriot. And you really do not give a fuck about your fellow individuals. When you decide to go and pop off fireworks on a work night that is not the 4th of July or the, like New Year's, or hell, any of the fucking holidays, you're not somebody that gives a damn. That sort of behavior is self-serving as a whole. The only person who wants that behavior to pop off on a work night is the motherfucker popping it off. And I guarantee you, they don't have to work the next day if they are firing that shit off at 10:55 when everybody else is trying to sleep. You got no job? You just staying at home in your mom's basement, aren't you? Yeah, no one cares over here, too. They made sure to voice their opinions on that on the Concerned Citizen group. Their opinions on the matter are, get over it. It's that time of year. Bitch, it's not the 4th of July. That's all I need to say about that. You have a calendar on all of your electronic devices. And you got one calendar that the motherfuckers drop on your front porch every year. Yeah, seriously. So patriotic when you keep your fellow neighbors up till the ass crack of dawn. Makes me think you love your country so much. This is a Vietnamese centipede. It is... what the fuck have you been up to? Hold on. I'm going to try to get that. That's not what I wanted. Whoa, what the fuck? What the hell? I wanted to get a closer inspection of that right there. Doesn't look good. Looks like he's got some problems in his exoskeleton. Wonder if that's why he's above ground. I also read, don't get me wrong, I also read that if the conditions are right above ground, they will come out and they will sit there and they will enjoy themselves on the top of the soil. So apparently this behavior is not unheard of, and there is clear sign that he's having a really bad time. I shouldn't freak out too much about it. Woo! That's owning insects for you. The problem with being human is that we have a tendency of freaking out when we don't understand what our pets are doing. Yeah, that is a centipede. Not a millipede, a centipede. It is, in fact, venomous. However, it loves its life above ground. I mean, okay. It's great. It's cool. It's fantastic. I wish I had known that they like to chill out above ground that much. I would not have freaked out that much. All right, here we go. Okay. Time for another set of V-ups. Sorry, I went off. That was out of line. What the fuck? Nah, a few neighbors over that blew fireworks until... Oh, you went off. That was out of line. You do realize that I could sit here and I could trash talk the idiots in my town because they have no ability apparently to check the date and or time that they are setting off fireworks. Setting off fireworks when it isn't the day of celebration on a night where people need to be sleeping to go to work the next day in general tends to make you look like you rode the short bus. Does it not? It insinuates that you don't have common sense.
What is it they say? Common sense isn't that common.
Yeah, common sense isn't that common. I wish it were. It smells still in here. Like, what the hell? Alright, here we go. Alright, so that might be it right there. What are you doing? You want to come here? You want to come here? What are you doing? You goober, come here. Look at you. Hi.
Come on, Sam, get happy. Time's running down. I have to get this dish plated. Sometimes I don't breathe, but I have to tell myself, take a deep breath. You can do it.
Oh, now you don't mind laying on your back.
He's got to go to the vet tomorrow.
Are you jealous, child?
Which one?
Oh, Munchkin.
And he just got done eating.
Where'd you go?
My wife is what really inspired me for this dish. She loves Brussels sprouts. That salmon toast the top.
Yes, you good kitty.
Made a slow pea lemonade drink.
I only have one, well, actually two complaints. This kitty might not be entirely potty trained. And this little shit likes to walk up to my face while I'm trying to sleep,
Not just yours, son.
wakes me up by headbutting me, not like, but like enough to jostle me out of my sleep so he can get attention.
And then sticks his butt in my face.
It's getting to the point where during the day I want to have one of those remote control security cameras to keep an eye on the little fuckers. And during the night, I feel like I need to drug them so that I can sleep. Here, kitty, have some ZQL. It's night time. Count cheap. What is it? Munchkin's down here. Oh, I hear some people out there that are one brain cell short of a full working noggin.
But I wish that the mushrooms had less of that frozen texture. Mary, my favorite part of this entire dish.
That better not be cracked.
What?
I said that better not be cracked. The water bottle.
Shouldn't be.
All right, here we go.
This is just pretty rare. It's just a little bit underdone with Betty, then have it totally overcooked and dry.
Judges, thank you. As you return back to your kitchens, we'll call you back. One of you is going home, one of you is going home, and it's been a pleasure to watch.
Six.
I'm standing with Darian, and my heart is pounding, and I'm thinking, of myself, and I feel that's the best job that I possibly could. I really am honored to meet all of you. And set up an example for my students.
What are you doing?
My friend, congratulations. You just won trip to Chief. Huh? Step right over here to my office.
I feel like I just crossed that line when it affected me.
They might actually fire off more fireworks the day after the 4th than they did on the 4th.
I know this is 2 items in my for each item that you put in the box, you're gonna get $2,000. You find out the items get $20,000.
Ha ha.
You know what I don't feel good about? I don't feel good.
Whew.
That's not gonna be so much fun. I'll just meet you in aisle 5. How about that? You just go. All right. In 3, 2, 1, get up.
Okay. Where did I put the...
Acorn squash.
Oh, that guy, what's the next thing?
1 gallon. 1 gallon.
Oh, a 1 gallon container of another one.
Aisle 3, cherry soda.
Normally I don't drink soda, but for this $20,000, I'm gonna buy this cherry soda.
Cherry soda.
19, 13, 13. Now I've got to go find a head wrap for it.
Moving so fast, I can't even keep up with it right now.
16 ounce, 100 pieces, guys. Flying. Minute, 15 seconds. Looking for bleach.
God, where's the bleach? I know you use it. Oh, there's the bleach right there.
Got it. Looking for bleach. Something orange flavored. Aisle 7. Orange, 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 orange.
I'm struggling to find this flavored orange something. Anything orange. I see a bag of mixed flavored candy. I'm sure it has something orange in it.
Oh, something orange flavored. Aisle 8. Cookies for $3.59. $3.59. Go. Go. Frozen meatballs. Frozen meatballs. Oh my God. Do it. Do it. Come on. 2, 1.
God.
Man, we haven't seen this in a long time.
It's been a long day.
Chef Derek rocks the house Triple G style for $20,000. Woo! Come on now.
Yeah. $20,000. Unbelievable. Now, half of my passion for cooking is actually paying off. I can't wait to take my wife out to a nice afternoon.
You run the store. Record time, by the way, last second.
All right.
Just a roll the dice, spinning the wheel, taking good chances. Oh, like so can't be. It's a nail biter tonight on Triple G.
All right.
Welcome to Guys Grocery Game. Your chef, Triple G, how they match up in a market. Let's see it. That first off, we got Little Lee Ray, a line cook at upscale modern American restaurant. Said the shopping woman. I heard a running man said shopping woman.
I'm only 25 and I've been lucky enough to work with some of the best chefs in the industry. Even my boss, Mr. Blaze.
Chef, nice to have you. How are you?
All right.
Next, give it up for Chris Murray, executive chef and dean of the Ball.
So this right here is our La Ciudad Para Habana. Well, salmon pink bird eating tarantula. She has been around her cage putting webbing down, but she prefers to be up on the side for now.
Then we've got Mama Meg Harrisburg, the chef of American Diner, who's known for her pies.
Everyone calls me Mama Meg because before I'm anything else, I'm a mother.
Great to have you.
I've been a waitress for 25 years and then opening a diner of my own. I'm not a classical trained.
Okay, cleaning out any leftover prey items. Yeah, is like, wake up, Mommy Yellow. He doesn't think you're his mommy with. He does think you're his mommy with the nipple action. Really, Mimi? Terrible.
Chefs are about to compete in 3 wild culinary challenges. In this challenge, what's
That tarantula is not fucking tiny, that's for sure. Here we go.
I do not want you to make me a standard old bologna and cheese on a Kaiser roll. Is it roll? Kaiser roll. Roll. That's right, I forgot the name of the let it roll. The four of you are going to determine the details of the plate. Take my culinary dice. Oh, you know, feel the magic. Protein, eggs, seafood. Like so candy.
Look at that. Now, these are one of the most commonly found tarantulas in the market, especially out on the breeder circuit.
This has got ricotta, buttermilk, and carrot. There you go. Buttermilk.
Generally speaking, what will happen is somebody starts breeding these and they don't realize that the tarantulas can have up to 1,500 offspring. And so they wind up with an abundance of tarantulas and probably not immediate homes for said tarantulas. So they get sold at a lower cost out on the market due to the fact that all of a sudden there is, well, more supply than there is demand. She's finally getting off the side. Yay! Oh my goodness, what the hell is going on? I must have gotten into something while weed whacking that has my foot all itchy. A little area of hives, if you would. All right.
When I think of a diner, I think of chicken. My girlfriend and I really love fried chicken, so I'm gonna make fried chicken with this.
This next animal is another animal that is frequently found out on the breeder circuit, unintentionally a lot of the times, because these scorpions are often caught out in the wild, then sold at places like Petco, PetSmart, what have you. And because they're caught in the wild, there is a chance that they are pregnant. If you are on the animal groups on Facebook, you'll know what I'm talking about. People that are just like, oh, I just bought this scorpion like a month ago, and now all of a sudden I've got babies on my hands. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Asian forest scorpion. This species needs to be kept in a humid environment. They need to have an ample supply of water. You go in and grab the food ball when you see it. Now we'll pick this back up. Well, actually, there it is. Oh, geez, she woke up. This is biofluorescence. This is a chemical reaction that occurs between the exoskeleton of the scorpion and the black light that I'm holding. You see, it's easy to pick up this creature even from a distance with one of these black lights. Makes it a prime way for you to go and figure out where they are. And then you can discern what type they are. Because if you are in the United States, we have few species. And most of those species are not ones you want to get stung by because they have medically relevant venom. Now, it might not be venom that will kill you, but it will be venom that hurts a lot. You might even have an allergic reaction, and if that happens, you're really going to be in for a world of hurt. Come on. There you go. You want to make sure that they have a flat surface to hide under. What I like to do is I'd like to dig a trench under said surface to give them a pre-made hide. We might have to get, if Oliver starts reacting, we might have to go and drug him again tonight. Thank you to my community for firing off fireworks that on a night that's not the 4th of July.
He's not panting, but he looks
Concerned. Yeah. So we got to go and spritz this cage. First, fill up the water. You have a litter box. You better not be looking for a place to pee. There's an area in here that I've got to find that smells like it.
I thought you already found it.
I thought I did too, but now I smell it again. Our community is full of a bunch of short bus riders. It's okay. Their parents failed them. Their school failed them. All right. All right.
When I think about the ingredients on Christopher Station, I don't think blue plate special. I always think of sort of the greasiest thing on the menu tends to be the blue plate special.
Yeah.
One, two. 1, 2,
Chefs, we've got 7
3,
almost halfway.
1, 4, 1.
Only way you get better in cooking is getting thrown in, getting your hands on it. Growing up, my first touch in the kitchen was with my grandma. She made me fall in love with cooking. She always said that the way I knew how to cook is when I would get married. But now I need to win these $20,000 so I can propose to my girlfriend when she comes home to join it.
Well, I'm not an egg guy, I'm not interested in egg cooking, but I want to make sure that these eggs are spot on.
Oh.
How we doing, Billy Vegas? Would you, Justine? Would you use the carrots and liven up the potato chip plus? Have some vinegar potato fries with steak and eggs. I like it. So this is great industry development. This is not a 401k or retirement aspect. So I'm not going better way. So that's why I'm doing this for the next one. You're making gravy. You better be making it now.
Just without a country gravy. We spend 400 people through the diner in 7 hours. But I've never had a day this hard.
That is
When guy said blue plate special.
That is not scratching post.
And that's Mama Meg. We are particularly playing in her view.
All right.
I dropped the chicken breast steak on the floor. I've got a trim from the other 3 to make 4 plates.
15 seconds.
This
Hi. Yeah. It's okay until we have to rely on these guys to have our backs, which they clearly don't. Hi, bud, Oliver. Where did I put my ring? Oh, there's one there. You're okay, Oliver. It's not your fault. People are just stupid.
Call it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We need to remember also to grab
All right. So this critter, for those who are new here, is our Brazilian white-knee tarantula. Oh, still alive. Okay. Toss it in with the alligator lizard. So this is another animal that stems from the... you're not going to get in there. That's not for you. Those are your mommy's freaking... art pieces for next weekend. Don't do that. These guys are another New World tarantula, which means they have the ridiculous adaptation of urticating hairs. No, hey, stop it. I'm gonna move that real quick because he is up to no good. I don't want him getting in that box and deciding it's worth tinkling on. Stuff in that box is too good. These guys have three main defenses. The first defense is the urticating hairs that they have on their abdomen. The second defense is posturing. They will throw up a threat pose if the urticating hairs don't do what they need to, or they'll throw it up before urticating hairs. And they also have their fangs, which can cause an impromptu piercing if you don't want to listen to the other two warning signs that they give off. These critters seldom like to actually be held. Holding tarantulas tends to stress them out. A lot of people say, oh, nay, I hold my tarantula all the time. At which point I ask them, how many times has your tarantula molt with the majority of its urticating hairs still intact? Because that right there will tell you whether your animal is stressed or not. If your animal's urticating hairs are missing during their molt, if they start going bald at a ridiculous level prior to their molt, and you've been holding them, I hate to break it to you, but you have been stressing your animal out. Now you see this little girl right here? She's got a full ass of hair. She is likely an adult female. She eats every once in a while. Since she is no longer eating to grow, she will maintain this level of obesity, which she's not obese, especially not compared to my other tarantulas. Holy shit. I think our green bottle blue is going to molt again, and I think our Theraphosa apophysis is definitely going to molt again. Now, when you keep animals in cages that have mesh tops, make sure that you get yourself some cage clamps. Snap those on like so. All right. This is, oh, his water needs cleaning badly. I have that, thank you. This is a cage of dirt. This is our Lasiociano male, Gem. Gem has a knack for trying to, oh, he ate. There's the food that he left behind. That's so tasty. Usually they have a hard husk of food. This little guy is bald. That's what we were talking about before. Evidence of stress in tarantulas. Now, he's not bald in the sense that it's nothing but... yeah, looks super yummy. I think I scared one of our viewers off. You see that? I showed that, and they're just like, "No, I'm gone." Now, this guy's not bald in the senses there's no hair on his abdomen. There are very fine hairs on this little one's abdomen. However, the majority of the urticating hairs that this guy had are missing. They're missing because during this guy's last cage cleaning, he decided to go on a little bit of a walkabout. I had to go and catch him behind one of the dog kennels, and in the process, this guy right here, this Lasiociano sazamai, formerly known as a Pteranopelma sazamai, threw his urticating hairs to such an extent that by the time he was done, he only had, you see, it's a little bit at the very tippy top, right there. The rest of him is bald as fuck. Now, since then, he has shown very little sign of distress. However, he is a great tool to use when trying to point out to other people just what I mean by stressed out tarantula. Look at that. It's a little bit too dry. These are tropical terrestrial tarantulas, typically found in the Amazon rainforest. They are primarily insectivores. They are not very handleable. They are fast as fuck. However, they do have the same general weaknesses as other tarantulas. You don't want to drop them from a height of above 2.5 feet because they can easily get injured. You do not want them to have other arachnids in their cages unless you're trying to get them to reproduce with a female, in which case you'll probably be putting him in her cage, because they are susceptible to envenomation. All right. Now. No. Fuck, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I forgot to give him his water dish back. Alright, hold on, guys. I gotta go wash it out first. Honey, did I remember to turn the water off?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Now, you don't want to cause too much of a commotion inside the cage. Just get what you need to done and get out of there. Not because you're worried about envenomation, but because you're worried about causing too much stress to the animal. And before you go and ask, why keep an animal that you don't intend to hold? Why do you keep plants that you don't intend to touch? Hey!
You have a fish. Right?
Child.
You don't hold fish. That's the only way.
That's your water dish. Look at that. And that's why you gotta be careful. There are also some times where you go and you take care of the animal, and by taking care of the animal, you freak it out and it starts trying to leave the immediate area. Yeah, that's typical of males in most tarantula species. The females tend to have a thicker appearance. The males tend to have a spindlier appearance. Generally speaking, in size comparison with their body, yes, they typically have longer legs. However, in most cases, the males are smaller than the females. Case in point, the Monocentropas balfouri that we have, yeah, that female is definitely bigger than the male now. She might be full grown. That would be pretty neat. I'll keep my eye out for any full grown males that people are trying to pair up. It's definitely a species that I think is worth chasing after when it comes to getting some offspring, because of the fact that they... Ow! Fuck you! Just dropped the fucking... Oh, but... the tripod's periscope, or whatever you want to call that, onto my finger. Now this is odd behavior right here. If you look closely, it looks like this guy, who is a confirmed male Lasiosiano sazamai, looks like he's got himself a web mat. Now web mats can be a sign of having recently eaten. However, they're also a sign of pre-molt behavior. And it would be very unlikely to see this already adult male flipping over and giving us another molt. That would be wild as shit. See, he is just as spindly, and what gets me is when you're looking at these males, their carapace, or the portion of their body that the eyes are typically attached to, tends to be smaller, more narrow than the females. Their legs tend to be longer and thinner. Their appearance seems to be more slender. Now, is that a really good way to discern whether it is a male or a female? No, but at first glance, it is a good way to give an educated guess. Educated guesses are just that, they are guesses. Sometimes your educated guess is going to be wrong, and if you give an educated guess to the wrong person, you will piss them off. Always recommend somebody goes to discern male or female by utilizing a molt and looking for the ventral port. Calm down. I'd like to get it. There we go. think this is the one that's got a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Stay put. I have to go and chase a train. I spent 3 freaking hours today weed eating, which is not necessarily a bad thing, as it does provide one with an ample supply of exercise. Spot cleaning. Ooh! That is a threat pose right there. That is one of the things that we were talking about when it comes to warning signs from a tarantula. So let's take an upside down look at that. Natural defensive behavior. Let's see that? Oh yeah. He's giving us the business right there. He didn't throw any urticating hairs. He does have a small patch forming on his abdomen, but we're not going to try to pester him any more than we already have. But that was really cool to get on camera. That is what we call defensive behavior. It's not offensive. That is behavior that you see when you are pestering an animal. Snakes have defensive behavior as well. Defensive behavior only occurs when something startles or pisses off the tarantula. He's still giving me a threat pose. The tarantula or the snake. Stating that a tarantula is out to attack you is fairly false. They're out to get you away from where they are. To scare you to the point where you don't want to continue fucking with them. This is our Harpic deer pulchrips. It is a terrestrial arid species tarantula, which means it likes it dry. It likes it primarily warm-ish. It is 78 in this house right now, so that does do well for this particular species. He is just chilling in his habitat. Oh, it's already up to the top. All right. Oof. I think swinging that weed whacker back and forth has already kind of worked out my core a little bit. Now, it is time. For those that missed the answer to are males' legs longer than the females in proportion to their body size, like their abdomen and their carapace, yes. However, in proportion to the females, no. Males typically are smaller than the females in the tarantula world. They also tend to be food for the females in the tarantula world. It does not pay to be a male in that particular setting. All right. In some cases, it doesn't pay to be a male in the human setting. That's only in some cases. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oliver! Oliver! Oliver!
Not even picking up his head.
Oliver, no! Well, I have the other babies here. Wolf with his fur. Oh!
Hi.
Oliver! Come on, baby boy! get cat food. You don't get cat food.
Are you a good girl, Duchess? Oliver.
Ah, did you just say, are you a good girl, Duchess, while petting Oliver?
I wasn't petting him.
Look at all of this. Look at all of this fur.
Oliver, you're a good boy.
Look at all of this fur.
Look
at this puppy.
So I got
Look at this puppy.
Notice, I go straight for the chart. I know I'm going to use this chart 2 ways.
There you go, Wolf.
All right, ladies. Great pork dinner with 25 minutes to go. Remember, you must use all 10 items in this.
Are you getting that, honey?
What, little dude?
The little D-bag playing with Wolf's tail.
I'm getting Darjeeling tea brewing as a glaze for my pork chops. I definitely feel like I'm an underdog. Really an amazing talent. She possesses some really refined technique. So I'm just going to draw on everything I know about what it takes tonight. And it feels good. I get the sharks going in the pork shoe. They're going to take a lot of flavor. And I'm getting the stocks going with the butter and oil.
Alright, there you go, Wolf. Go on. Go on. Wolf. No. Shoot. Shoot. You beat your dude.
My dad would definitely like this. I started adding it to quiz, I opened my can of pickled jalapenos and add some of that liquid to the pork.
Munchkin.
Nice and easy.
Munchkin.
Baby food tastes just like a rapeseed puree, so it's a really good starter for a sauce. And the apricot flavor goes really well with pork. You're using this money to start with
Let's see if I can get him going after.
We are at the halfway point. 15 minutes left in competition.
Meg, how you feeling over there, Mama? I feel warm, but I feel good.
He's not gonna go for it.
Something she Garvey wants to eat.
All about the grits.
I subscribe to the Church of Grits and Grits. At my diner, I use Instant Grits.
Well, fine, be that way.
Casserole. I know how to take Instant Grits and make them into something that's really decadent.
Wolf,
Since I can't use any cream,
what are you doing?
butter to kill a
Wolf.
horse into these grits.
I'm looking for that ice spice.
You are such the brat. You are such the brat. No, I don't want to rub your tummy anymore.
Sauteing Swiss chard stock, roasted red peppers from a jar, and I can't believe that I'm in the competition with me $1,000. I thought I could use a lot, but it doesn't really seem like I have that much stuff to go.
Yeah, yeah. You think you're gonna get your way?
Mimi says rub his tummy.
Oh, fine. Fine. You get your way. You get your way, Wolfie.
Well, we need to get this played in minute 20.
I finished my greens with the brandy. I only do one coating of the glaze on the top because I don't want to overwhelm it with the tea.
Well, I don't want
Get
here.
it on there.
She says thank you.
First, and I'm worried that my pork will make my sauce out. But I'm out of time. So start cleaning.
All right, go on, Wolf.
Get it on.
Go on. I got you. Ah. Ah.
Looking at my tostada, it kind of hits me like maybe this isn't working like my pork.
Are you a happy boy?
Not good for you.
Exactly 10 items.
Mwah. Mwah. What?
I did a boo-boo.
What's your boo-boo?
I knocked the power cord back there, and I think it unplugged the router.
Why are you giving me that smile? You can fix it.
I know, that's why I said, I'm the bubble.
Looking at me like I'm gonna fix it for you? No, no. That's not how this is gonna go.
Ouch.
Stop chewing on plastic. That is not good for you. You don't even know how to play.
Sorry.
Wait, did you knock out the live stream?
No, it just had to pause.
All right. Is it still going?
Yeah. The sound background is tuning.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Go for that over.
11. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. It's very odd that I still keep topping off at 13. Usually it's on a grading scale. Usually it should be something like 19, 13, 12, 10, 9.
At least you're consistent at 13.
Not supposed to be. It's weird. Oh, God. Wondering if it's more psychological than anything else. Ugh. I don't know.
First up, Megan, what do you got for us?
They have a tea-poached plum glazed bone pork chop with spicy grits and shard beans.
Showcase, I am floored by your flavor combinations. This dish takes me back to my roots, like growing up in the South with pork and greens and grits. This is like Southern cuisine at its finest. But I will say the pork's a little dry.
Mama Meg, my favorite part of this dish is that chard. I think the brandy with those caramelized onions work so well together. It tastes really great. I love that. Oh, wonderful. I loved the idea of the tea with the pork. They can work so well together, but I wish I could taste the tea a little bit more. I agree with what Artie has to say. The reduction.
I hope that I'm wrong, but it smells like there's a smell coming from under your table. Where I thought we weren't putting stuff anymore because the cat's already used the bathroom on stuff under there.
I haven't been.
Well, the cat carrier's down there.
It's been down there for a
This is the
while.
greatest compliment I guess you can give a chef. Is that
I hope what I'm smelling is wrong, but
you gave us cake from the
if it's right, I'm gonna go and lock them in their litter box.
sweetness from the baby food and from the
Fucking tired of this shit. Also, there is smell coming from the bedroom, so. So could it be the litter box? Possibly, but it smells pretty strong over by your table. I suggest we start pulling stuff out from under your table and not tossing stuff in there anymore. That one female's just like, nothing like a food bath. Come on. So we do feed these dubia roaches fish flakes. They seem to prefer it. What? They're okay. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. It's not usually behavior that we get to see on a live. We also have a lighter color one right here, just like the first male that started off the colony. Maybe tomorrow I can get going on cleaning out the other tote and like really cleaning it out, like hose and soap outside, getting it ready for these guys so that they have more space. An alligator lizard really loves this species. There we go. Now these guys are tropical. They do need to have warmer temperatures to really get going when it comes to procreation. And they are high in nutrients. These are non-venomous, and they don't really have too much of a smell, unlike the orange heads that will emit an odor to defend themselves against predation. Yeah. Sounds like somebody's coming back from a party. More power to you. If you can find joy in a world that is so rife with turmoil, good on you. So long as your joy does not bring misery to others.
Oh, how big are those seasoning pack boxes?
Let me go look.
I'm hoping they're the same size as our extra spicy ones. And they are sweet. What?
Oh, they're playing. I think you won.
I should probably go scoop the letterbox.
Yeah, before it gets too bad.
Or you
I'd rather not. Didn't I take it out the last time?
I scooped it. I don't know if you've changed it since I've scooped it though.
How long's it been?
I don't remember.
Because I remember taking the whole fucker out there.
The more I think about it, I think it happened. I did that after I scooped.
All right.
Hopefully the laundry is good to be transferred.
Yeah, just don't leave it open.
I'm not the one who leave it open.
I'm just saying, in general, just don't leave it open.
Or if you're gonna leave it open, take all the laundry out first.
That was disgusting. I don't know why he thought that was appropriate. Like, he has a whole ass litter box to take a shit in. And he's like, you know what? Run on laundry. That's what I want to do.
Agreed, Mimi.
What did she say? I don't know how you can hold them. Is that what you're agreeing on? Alright, let's see here. You still need to do the tie-dye on this, on these, to try and sell. All right, we have one animal left to really take care of. We should also get the cricket out of the alligator lizard's water. Today was pretty all right. I went with my wife to hang out with friends. It was initially supposed to be D&D, but when we got there, we saw that their property needed a lot of help. And it just so happened that we had the weed whacker in the back of the vehicle.
You got that on purpose.
Yeah, for our yard. But went to work. Went and knocked down a good portion of the overgrowth. Some of it was thistle. That was not fun.
Did you get all the thistles taken care of?
It was most of it. I can't guarantee that I got all of it, but most of it. These right here, we're just upping the humidity a little bit, are orange head roaches. They are supposedly tropical, but this particular species has been observed procreating in temperatures as low as 56 degrees. So I think they are more moderate than they are tropical. We are raising them.
Just so you think they're more moderate than tropical?
Yeah, more standard than tropical.
Okay.
Moderate. They're in the mid-range. Tropical to me is like, if you're going to reproduce, generally it has to be 75 degrees or warmer. When you can reproduce at like 50 to 56 degrees or 50 to 70 degrees, really, then you're more moderate climate. And if you can reproduce at temperatures as low as freezing, then you are cold planet. But you won't be seeing many insects doing that. Normally they go into a state of hibernation. Damn it! Come on! Get under there.
What though?
The fucking water dish. Last time I did that, I broke the last one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was pissed off. And this thing is over. Alright. Children. Okay. You go take care of it? All right. Kids, I have one more set to do and then I gotta go to bed.
Oh, thank you for putting those in the cupboard.
Oh, you're welcome. Probably didn't shut the cupboard.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey!
You know, you've eaten already half that bag of cookies.
Not by myself, because I've only had like 4 of them.
Oh, baloney.
What do you mean baloney?
You had more than 4 this morning.
I did no such thing.
I watched you.
Lies. She's comparing me to Santa Claus. I know what that is. Okay. It's exactly what this bullshit is. She's saying I'm partaking in some Santa-ish behaviors. Oh, somebody's extra stupid. Coming in close to what, 11 o'clock now? Oh, yeah, it's 10:39. He doesn't give a fuck about his neighbors. Not a single fuck. And these are the guys that go and point out that their political opponents that they disagree with are less humane. Let's take that in, shall we? Duchess, move. You're okay, Oliver. You're okay. Come here. You're okay. It's just a bunch of assholes outside. Oh, some asshat went and fired off a huge firework somewhere. Yoink. You're fun. Come here. Come here. Let me love you. Duchess. All right. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6, 2, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 9. I think that's gonna be it, guys. Ugh. Whew. All right. Hey, you. Have a good night, stay safe, and remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.